Hello, my name is Jessica McWilliams, and I'm here to help you make your science fair project a success. So, science fair. It may seem pretty daunting as a whole. However, if you break it up into smaller pieces, it's a lot more manageable. Remember that science fair is something that you choose to do, not something you have to. Today, I will be going over how to come up with a topic you're interested in and choose a project. You want to make sure you choose a topic you're interested in. If you're not interested in the topic, then you won't be motivated to complete your project. Science fair projects can be broken up into 4 major categories: natural sciences, chemical sciences, engineering, math and computers, and human and product performance. I will go over each category and subcategories and provide examples for each. As I go through the examples, think about what category you are interested in and what you want to explore more. The first major category is natural sciences, or the study of the world around us. This category can be broken down into 5 subcategories. The first is animal sciences, which is the study of how animals behave and react to situations and stimuli. An example of this project would be studying the conditions that affect the rate of eggs hatching, or how feedback affects dog training. The next category is plant sciences, the study of plants and how they grow. Some examples would be what growing conditions are best for native plants, or exploring how different wavelengths of light affect plant growth. Earth and planetary science is studying how the Earth, oceans, and atmosphere behave. Some examples would be what beach characteristics are best for surfing waves, and what effects do different air pollution have on sun visibility. Environmental sciences and management, which is how humans interact with the environment. This might be determining the plastic concentration in local streams, or what are the best conditions for compost heaps. Last is physics and astronomy, which is testing the laws of physics on Earth and in space. Some examples would be looking at how magnets are affected by various conditions, and what is the rate at which balloons lose air, and is it constant? The next major category is chemical sciences, which is studying the microscopic and molecular world. There are 4 subcategories. The first is biochemistry, which is the chemical reactions in living things. Some examples would be what conditions are best for enzyme activity, looking at the content difference between organic and non-organic produce. The next subcategory is chemistry, which is looking at chemical reactions in everything but living things. Some examples would be looking at what recipe makes slime the stickiest, or do different salts behave the same way. Next is medicine and health sciences, which is studying how medicine, food, water affect human health. Some examples would be looking at what soda erodes teeth the fastest, and how much damaging radiation comes from screens. Finally is microbiology, which is the study of microorganisms. Some examples would be what surface has the most bacteria, and what method of water purification works the best. The third category is engineering, math, and computers, that has 5 different subcategories. The first subcategory is computer science, which is designing computer programs to perform a function. An example would be making an algorithm to predict stock market performance or analyze data. Next is engineering, electrical and mechanical. This is building a contraption to complete a function and testing it in various conditions. An example would be building a remote control car that stops in front of objects, or looking at what minimizes earthquake damage. Next is engineering, energy, and transport. This is engineering solutions related to energy and transport. Some examples would be looking at the effect of different filters on solar energy production, or trying to make a more aerodynamic rocket, plane, or car. Fourth subcategory is engineering, materials, and bioengineering. This is engineering using different substances or mimicking biology. An example would be looking at how types of fingertip material affect strength, or what materials make concrete more heat resistant. Finally is mathematical sciences, which is using mathematical models or statistical analysis. Some examples would be analyzing sports statistics. The final category is human and product performance, which is looking at human behavior and product testing. There are two subcategories. The first is behavioral and social sciences, which is the study of how people behave and react to conditions. An example would be looking at how the color of text affects memory recall, or the effect of background noise on math performance. The final subcategory is product testing and consumer sciences. This is testing products to see how well they work and which one works better. An example would be comparing face mask effectiveness at blocking particles, or how effective are stain removers. You can find more examples and a more detailed explanation of each category on the GSDSEF website under Resources.